I'm going to do an experiment that I've been noticing a lot of videos on, of having 3 items of exactly the same, something like a plant, or in this case I have rice. I have basmati rice at 1/3 cup of rice and 1/3 cup of water in each glass. I rinsed out the glasses to make sure all are exactly the same. And what you're supposed to do is each day, maybe 2 or 3 times a day, you're supposed to like focus love on one, hate on another, and completely ignore this one. Do nothing on that. And there should be a real difference within just a week. These two are going to be like rotting, and this one is supposed to be like fermenting. They're supposed to be growing. So I have this set up, and I have a temperature. I got this at the Dollar Tree, and it shows that it's I don't know, almost 70 degrees in here. Let's see if we can see. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I'm just going to try. This is going to be like a long-term test. I'll record a few minutes each day of what I do, and then I'll compile it and upload the video, and you could see if this really does make a difference. I don't know, it seems kind of, there must be something. Maybe when you pay attention to this more, you're moving it. So maybe what I'll do is I won't touch them at all. I won't touch these at all. So, and I won't get too close so that my breath doesn't give it more oxygen or carbon dioxide. I'm trying to make it as scientific as possible. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if this experiment is really, if it really happens. I'm very skeptical about it, so very skeptical. But let's see what happens. So this is day 1. I'm going to, I guess I'll spend just 1 minute each on these 2, and this one I'll just ignore, and we'll see how it goes. This is day 2. I think I'm going to be doing this twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. I don't see any change yet. No change. I started a log, and I don't see any change yet. This is day 3. I'm trying to project love and hate on these rice grains, and it's really difficult. So what I do is I imagine the love glass of rice is growing green, and the hate jar of glass as rotting and not growing, and I don't think at all of the other one. This ignore glass is the control glass in the experiment. So this is day 3, and I don't see a change. I can't remember how long it took. I think it took about a week before any change is noticed. I don't see any change yet. This is day 4. All right, I have an update. I'm kind of surprised. I really was skeptical about this experiment. and I didn't think I would get any result. I thought it would all be the same. So this is my log of the experiment. This is Thursday, and what I do is I focus on the love, and I imagine it growing green, and maybe planting it, which maybe I will. Maybe I'll plant it if it sprouts. And on the hate, I imagine throwing it out. I imagined it maybe rotting, and I just toss it, that it's like worthless. And I don't do anything with the ignore. I completely ignore it. I don't even look at it hardly. And this is the result. And it is this is the 6th day. This is Thursday, day 6. This is the result. And I would be interested if other people can test this. I've heard that it's the same result over and over, but it would be good to have other people test this, do this experiment. Okay, so here is the result after day 6. This is day 6. So the love, and I'm not even going to touch it. I'm not going to touch the glass because I don't want to say that maybe touching it jiggled it and it got more air in there, or I hold my breath while I look at it. Okay, so this is I'm just going to hold my breath as I look at each one. Okay, so that was the love. Now I'm going to try it. I've heard that they smell like it's fresh fermented bread, or it's like fermenting. Let me try. Yeah, it does. It does smell like it's like fermenting, fresh smell, not rotting smell at all. This is the hate. It's got it's rotting in there. It's got a little bit of mold growing. And this is the ignore. You can even see the yellow inside there without even looking. So let me just... Oh yeah, it's rotting. So that is the experiment. It is true. I really was skeptical, but this is the experiment of positive thought of two organic, obviously organic, plants or seeds. When planting them, you can't just plant and water. You actually have to take care of them. And the better you take care of them, possibly living things, the more they thrive. And even between the hate and the ignore, you could see the difference. Even any kind of feedback, even negative feedback, has a better response than completely ignoring it. If you completely ignore something, eventually it really rots faster than at least having some kind of, I guess, attention. Even negative attention is better than no attention at all. So that is the result that I've noticed. I'm going to keep going for another few days. I want to go for a full 7 days and see what the output is, the result. But I think it would be really good if other people tested this to see if they get the same result. This was just 1/3 cup of rice and 1/3 cup of water in clean glasses. They all three were the same glass, the same clean glass, the same water, same rice, just different attention. Either good intentions, good thoughts, bad thoughts, or completely ignoring.